Let me ask you something. How do you make clear decisions when pressure increases, when fear rises, when opinions multiply? Most people call that discernment, but what they're practicing is reaction. In this video, I'm breaking down what structural discernment actually looks like during rebuilding seasons and how to make aligned decisions when urgency and noise increase. So let's talk about what discernment is not. It's not emotional sensitivity, intuition without structure, or spiritual language without regulation. Discernment is, however, identity stability, information filtering, pressure management, sequence awareness, and selective response. Rebuilding attracts pressure, not because you're wrong, but because structure disrupts familiarity. So here are a few observations that I've uncovered during my rebuilding season. I learned that pressure is information. When threats increase during the rebuilding, the response isn't panic, it is recalibration. So discernment asks questions like, is this a signal or is it just noise? Is this exposure or is it an attack? Is this instability or is it just discomfort? Pressure reveals what isn't stable just yet. Sometimes what feels like opposition is actually exposure, and that distinction changes everything. So here's the second observation that I noticed. We had to look at internal calibration and external strategy at the same time. So what stood out to me was the pairing of inner grounding and outer vigilance. Not prayer instead of strategy, not strategy instead of grounding, but both. Faith without strategy collapses, and strategy without grounding overcorrects. Now, discernment lives somewhere in the middle because it actually regulates the reaction speed. So here's the third observation that I noticed. It's about fear management. Fear spreads faster than facts, right? Let me know if you felt that. Comment down below. Discernment slows the spread. When fear increased, the response wasn't chaos. It was something different. It was recentering identity, reaffirming purpose, reclarifying the structure. So in my current rebuilding season, financial pressure creates urgency. Physical recalibration creates doubt, and ambition at scale creates tension. And this is where discernment comes in. Discernment has required regulating inputs, limiting exposure, reducing reaction speed, reaffirming the sequence. That's not passivity, that's architectural maturity. So a lot of what I'm describing, especially around discipline shaping professional power, are things I explored more deeply in Embracing Grit for Greatness, a book I wrote some time ago, but is still relevant for this season. And if you'd like to explore those frameworks further, the information is down below. So I want you to understand something. Discernment isn't mystical. It's regulated identity under pressure. It's sequencing awareness when urgency rises. It's knowing when to do a few things, knowing when to hold, build, guard, or wait. And I know you thought I was going to sing that old Kenny Rogers song, but I wasn't. So you have to understand that rebuilding requires all four of those at the same time. So before you respond to urgency, inspect your structure. You don't need faster decisions. You need a clearer sequence. So make sure your system can sustain the choice you're about to make. So this week, I want you to do something for me. I want you to inspect your walls, regulate your gates, and check your watchtower. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about, you might want to go back a few videos so you can get caught up. So that's how you know that rebuilding becomes sustainable. So that's all I have for you now. And until next time, remember to rebuild strategically.